Hey, what's up, gang? Thank you for tuning in to the Swish Masters Podcast, and of course, thanks to our sponsor, SS96. Use the promo code Swish Masters. That's right, Swish Masters, the name of the podcast, for 15% off today on all merch at ss96.net. Also, be sure to follow Straight Stoner as well as Xzequtive Productions on all socials. See you soon, and thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. We love it.
Time for a tip off of the Swish Masters Podcast. Caitlin Clark around this time last year, March Madness season, did something incredible. A 40-point triple-double. Crazy. And speaking of Caitlin Clark, bro, she had some big news recently, man. Some pretty big news, man. The big three offer her the contract, bro.
Shout out to Q.
That's cute, man. If y'all familiar with the Big Three League, it's breaking barriers as far as some things that's doing for women athletes. Got women coaches there coaching men, and winning it all, So, could we possibly see Caitlin Clark play in two leagues? WNBA, Big Three, because the overlap, it's possible for her to do it.
Yeah.
So. And not only that, she was also invited to the U.S. national team.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Caitlin Clark is, in the words of Big Vital, primetime player. She is everywhere, breaking record after record. And I love that she's just getting all this recognition for what she's doing as a hooper in general, but what she means to women in sports is way beyond just the court. And being able to be playing at such a high level in college and going on this historic type of career, and she's not even like technically professional yet, is amazing to see and watch. Just thinking about how difficult it is to get a triple-double alone, but she not only did that, she dropped 40 points. She's literally, I don't know if I've seen, let me take that back. At like the rate at which she puts up buckets is insane, and I'm glad that guys like Ice Cube are recognizing and her talent, her ability, her marketability, obviously for women's sports is insane to see. I think it would be cool to see her in the Big Three. I don't know how well it would work, and the overlap between the seasons. I know that they say it would work, that she would be able to do both, but it would be interesting, bro. I feel like it's possible for sure. And if she were to, not only would it just like push women's sports to a new level, the Big Three would just go crazy. Like, you know how many people I'm sure like are repping Iowa right now? If you bring her to the Big Three, they're gonna make millions, all millions for sure. It'll be crazy. But shout out to Caitlin Clark, man. I feel like we have had so many discussions about her. Just all that she's doing, bro, is crazy. Like, I know her, and I don't know two dudes in the NCAA right now. It's that time where things are changing for the better, I think, in terms of popularity in women's sports, specifically in basketball, for sure.
Yeah. The other thing too about this opportunity with the Big Three, the opportunity to get paid. As it stands right now in WNBA, she'll stand to make at least $500,000 or more in WNBA earnings in the next season, and of course she'll have endorsements and everything that could exceed approximately $3 million. This is what a spokesperson said. Cube is offering $5 million. This is reportedly $5 million. And Q put out there, he didn't want the news to be out there because he wants it to focus on the tournament and everything. But,
yeah,
stuff gonna get out of the way. But,
absolutely.
Chance to get paid.
That's good money. That's really good money coming into your first year as a professional basketball player, especially in women's sports where, like you said, the income gap is so significant. Shout out to Ice Cube, man. I did see his tweet like trying to keep it private, but everything gets out there, so he just confirmed it. But I wouldn't be mad at her. I'll take that money too.
Sure.
Take
That'd
that money.
be cool, bro. See someone in 2 leagues like that. And then as far as the national team, she was invited to that practice squad, and she has a chance to like make the official roster, make that run in the games. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be. She has a lot going on, man.
Very much so.
Well deserved though.
What'd you say?
It's well deserved though.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. She is. Yeah. I feel like she has the potential to be a generational talent for years to come, for sure. The fact that we're talking about all of this amongst her current like tournament run in the NCAA is like wild when you think about it. She's currently playing college basketball, trying to get to the championship, and she already has offers from not even obviously we know she's gonna probably go number one in the WNBA draft, but she's got offers from the Big Three, another professionally male basketball players. You know what I mean? Like that's breaking barriers that would, if she joins the Big Three, it's going to just be an evolution of the game, of media, of everything, bro. It's exciting to think about, for sure.
Yeah, man. So we host definitely a Swish with this for sure. And welcome to Swish Masters Podcast. I'm your host, QtheGuru.
I'm Zay, the executive producer.
And thank y'all for tuning in. As always, we'll be live for the Swish Masters Podcast every Thursday. And today we got some good topics on hand. There's some impressive comeback victories this week in the NBA. We can talk about some of those. There's a controversial call in one of those. Definitely gotta get into that. And of course, the MVP race. And it's heating up, bro. I'm very excited, interested to hear your thoughts on that, man. But a lot of news. But first, let's go around the rim. Around the rim, we focus on stories all across all leagues and all things basketball. And first, Don Stanley, man, won Coach of the Year. I remember you telling me about that, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to Coach Stanley, bro. South Carolina undefeated right now in the tournament. Been dominant all year round. She's been doing this for years, bro. One of the best defensive players in the WNBA history. And just outstanding coach, outstanding person. I love her. Just her philosophy and what she believes and what she represents. And it's well deserved for sure. She's been in South Carolina holding it down. She is that program. Without her, think about it. You don't get a player like, to me, you don't get a player like Asia Wilson. You don't get a Leah Boston. You don't get these great South Carolina teams that we're seeing. And very much so, she's the reason that South Carolina basketball is where it is today and so prevalent, so dominant. So shout out to Coach Staley for just holding it down, well deserved. And honestly, there was no other person that should even be considered for the award. You're going undefeated for a whole year. Like, it's her trophy to lose.
It's been going around the room. Juju Rockets.
Buckets. Juju Buckets. They're going to change their last name to Buckets, bro. Freshman of the year. ESPN's freshman of the year. Shout out to Juju. Holding it down at USC. I don't think we've seen... I saw something on Twitter today, I think, about this is the first time that USC has gotten past, I think, the second round of the tournament since Cheryl Miller. I may be wrong about that, but I think I was scrolling on Twitter and saw something like that. But I hadn't really seen them in the debate recently until Juju, so she's a big reason for it. Had a couple 40-point games. The girl could just hoop, flat out hoop, get to the bucket, get to the Baja every single time. So I love it, bro. I can't wait for her to get to the league too. Like, if we could see a Juju Watkins, Caitlin Clark type matchup in the tournament, that would be insane. But we'll see how it goes, bro.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of exciting prospects out there, man. I tell you, bro, when this basketball's coming up, bro, I'm like,
it's real, bro.
It's been here, but it's getting more recognition.
It's been here. It's here for sure now. This is the women's year for sure. There's nothing else that I want to watch as far as basketball outside of the NBA. That's it.
For sure. And we mentioned Caitlin Clark earlier, but we had to mention what she also did recently. She broke the all-time NCAA scoring record, bro. All-time, bro. This is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, she's an unstoppable force, bro. Like, she's the best. She arguably may be the best college basketball player ever. Like, there's no one who's touched that many all-time records. She's done it like 3 times this year. She took over the women's, she took over men and women's, and now in a single season, she scored the most points of it. Bro. Yeah. I might have to say this and haphazardly, but Caitlin Clark is probably the best college basketball player we've ever been able to see in our generation, bro. Is what it is.
Are you talking about just women, or are you talking about period?
Period.
Yeah, you might get some flack for that, bro.
I'm
I
okay
see
with
what you're
it.
saying though. It's like we gotta see it. We gotta see it. Though. There's some things she still needs to do first.
That's fair.
We gotta see how this run turns out.
That's fair.
But I see what you're saying though. But he said that, y'all. I ain't said it.
I said I'll take all the smoke. Bring it on, man. I'm down. I said what I said. I stand on that. Stand on business.
All right. It's kind of, we talk about March Madness, it kind of goes into our dribble drive debate a little bit. Yo, these Final Four teams are so crazy, bro.
Oh yeah.
What's really interesting about it is that this women's Final Four tickets are being sold about 6 times as many and at a higher price.
Man, that's wild.
And we were talking about the impact of the game now. You can tell with the tickets because that's where the money's going. Not only are we seeing increased advertising and some revenue for the women's side, but just the fact that it costs so much, that's got to tell you something.
Oh yeah. The game is moving in a different direction for the betterment of the game to me. And thinking about last year's Final Four, thinking about the championship, you got Angel Reese and LSU, you got Caitlin Clark in Iowa. Showtime. It was Showtime. And last year, I remember, that game was more viewed than the men's game. Literally, women's basketball has become not a phenomenon, but it's been a great game for sure. But I feel like now, economically and from a society standpoint, people are recognizing just how great and how entertaining, how fun women's basketball games are, especially with generational talents that we're seeing. Like I said, we talked about Caitlin Clark, we talked about Angel Reese. It's so Paige. It's a lot of super talent out there, and the fact that these ticket prices are what they are, it just tells you, man, it's a great game to be a part of and to see, and everyone is like tapping in, tuned into it. Of course, for us who are not as fortunate or have the money to expense, it's not the best, but I hope that with these ticket prices that the NCAA and the entities that control these, the income, that they're able to in some way give back to the community, give back to the women that are participating, and just to these schools that have immersed themselves in college basketball culture in general. I hope that everyone who's being marketed and a part of this is able to somehow reap a benefit. Obviously, we have NIL deals, but I hope that the wealth is distributed in a positive way that allows them to benefit. You know what I mean?
Fever have the number one overall pick next year. Since they announced her going to the draft, people have been buying tickets to Forbes reported that makes sense. This happens when you get potential franchise players. Like, that's what happens. But women's basketball has seen a report of 48% increase in TV ratings. That goes to what we were talking about. So there's definitely a viewership surge. And with that, we talk about the advertisement dollars. And bro, The final 4 tickets cost about near $800 right now. So like, good luck trying to go, bro. We out of luck at this point.
Yeah, man, that's a concert ticket, floor seat, you know.
For sure.
A good floor seat at that.
Man, definitely.
Yeah, bro. Inflation kind of sucks, obviously, for everyone in the U.S., but at the same time, it's a good sign of just recognition and popularity for women's basketball, for sure. Which in turn is a positive thing, you know.
Definitely. We'll take a short break right here. Unless you got something to say about Caitlin Clark. I mean, we could go all day if we wanted to, but I feel like you got her flowers enough this episode.
Oh yeah, shout out to Caitlin. Indiana basketball is going to be really fun. I don't think there is going to be any surprise. She's likely going to be the number 1 pick.
Oh, for sure. That's why the ticket prices like they were.
Yeah, Indiana's going to have a lot of fun with the Fever, with Leah Boston, with Caitlin potentially, and then on the NBA side, Tyrese and Pascal, Miles Turner. It's going to be some good time. Good time.
Yeah, basketball.
Indiana basketball for sure.
Yeah,
it's going to be good stuff.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. We'll take a short pause here, then come back. We'll talk about that Lakers comeback victory over the Bucks. That was wild. Y'all stay tuned for that.
All right, moving on. NBA action is on deck. This week we have some big games, some big matchups, primetime players, you know. Lakers and Bucks, bro, played this past week. And controversial enough, the Lakers didn't get the win without LeBron. Interesting game, man. I'll put it that way. Interesting for both teams. What did you think about the Lakers being able to stick it out and get the win on the road?
First, my mind went to the Bucks, man. What y'all doing? LeBron's not playing. Foot injury, by the way.
Oh yeah, foot or ankle,
something like that.
Yeah,
I think it's foot. Mm-hmm. And you being up double digits. Allow this LeBron-less team come back. And again, the Lakers are at a slump at this point too, by the way. and LeBron's out. I'm thinking in the back of my head, oh, it's not looking good. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was following the game at one point, saw they were up. I was like, I'm done watching this. It's over with. Then hear my boy tell me, yo, they came back. I'm like, what? Bro, that's crazy. But what are you doing for the Bucks, bro? That's my first reaction. But shout out to the Lakers for getting it done, though. They got it done. And they won the next game after that, too, which they were supposed to. But,
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go the opposite direction. Actually, you talked about the Bucks and what they are doing.
I was more disappointed in the Bucks, bro.
That's fair.
Then again, this is Doc Rivers, so you seen.
You know, I ain't gonna do it.
I'm tripping. All right, Doc. I'm tripping.
I'm not gonna get on Doc's head today, but you know how I feel about Doc Rivers, bro. You know how it is.
You know how I feel about Doc, but you know.
Yeah, collectively, the Swish Masters Podcast is we have some strong feelings about the coaching aspect of Doc Rivers for sure. But I'm gonna go the opposite direction, bro. You like you said, it was obviously disappointing.
Yeah, for sure.
But on the other side, shout out to the Lakers, man. And as much as we criticize AD, you gotta give him his props, bro. Honestly, I want to say shout out to that team without LeBron, showing resilience, showing toughness, showing grit. You know, you could easily go down 15, 20 points and be like, all right, well, I'm going to just charge this into the game, whatever, you know what I mean? Just get to the next one. But being able to stick to it, being able to make timely shots, getting stops, and playing through, like AD was playing through some injuries as he probably does a lot. And we always talk about him and his health and everything. It's not easy to go out there and play at that level with these super athletic guys every single night and be the best version of yourself, let alone the best player on the floor. But want to give a shout out to him. 34, I think it was 34 points, 23 rebounds, something like that. That's a monster game, rebounding game for sure. And being able to just have that mindset of I'm going to get mine, I'm going to get us back in the game, and we're going to leave out of this building with a W on the road. That's big, especially like in this time, like you said, the Lakers were kind of on a slide, not doing very well. They've been kind of disappointing in the last few games, obviously, but a big win like this over a team like the Bucks is really, really big time. Without Father Time, without LeBron getting it done, I commend them for it, and they're, you know, showing that toughness. That's big. That's kind of like almost a Mamba mentality. You know what I mean? Like showing that grit, that toughness. I like that. So, and obviously there was some stuff that went down referee wise, but that's part of the game. And they got it done at the end. They came back. They were down big. So.
They were. And the work's not done yet. You know, we want to be firmly in the playoffs right now as of this podcast right here. They're 41-32, 9th in the West. And the red hot Houston Rockets, I can't believe I'm saying that. They're coming up 10 straight, though.
Yeah.
So the Lakers got to keep going. Warriors are there as well, 38-34. So the Lakers keep it up and keep this pace, you know. Hope they be solid in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They got work to do.
Got to build on it for sure.
Yeah. And maybe it won't be just because they're so inconsistent with me. And I kind of put them out on mine as being serious contenders after I saw this year. But they get hot, get things rolling. So, yeah, we'll definitely see. There's another. It was technically kind of a comeback. It was a comeback victory as well. But this is more controversial in nature, though, man. A little more controversial in nature. And this is the Clippers and Philly, bro. But I'm gonna let y'all look at the video first, and then we'll react to it. But yeah, y'all check it out.
Over to Kelly. Oubre got to get it off, and he does not. And that will do it. A wild ending here in South Philly goes the way of the Los Angeles Clippers, and Nick Nurse is hot. He is fuming, and his assistant coach, Brian Gates, having to keep him away from the officials.
They've been awful all night. All night. I don't blame him one bit. I don't blame him one bit. That was some terrible, terrible officiating. And I don't know why they're still standing on the court. Get into the locker room so you don't get any more abuse. What are you doing out there?
Man, Nick Nurse was hot, man. And Kelly Oubre.
Kelly Oubre.
Really
love him. Man, this game is a passionate source of energy, and the refs don't always get it right.
They don't. And I feel like they admitted they were wrong for something.
They did.
So they did. I know I ran across it. I didn't read it. So they did admit they were wrong.
They did.
Do you even know what it was exactly?
I think they admitted there was a foul call at the end of the game, but too late. Too little, too late, guys. I mean,
so.
It's so funny now that we have these referee post-game interviews, and they be like, "Yeah, we missed it, bro." Like,
in the last 2 minutes,
if I was a ref, I'm never admitting that I missed the call after the game, after the fact. No, I'm not about to have these players on my head. I'm not about to have my job jeopardized. No.
Yeah, he admitted that. The crew chief Kevin Scott admitted that Oubre was fouled by Paul George on that play. He said on that last play on the floor in real time, the crew interpreted that play as the defender jumping vertically. However, in post-game video review, we did observe some slight drift to his left by the defender George, and the foul should have been ruled. Oubre also thought he was fouled by Kawhi, though, too. But Scott said that the defender Leonard was in a legal guarding position, and he performed a normal legal defensive move and legally blocks the basketball and commits no illegal contact, and the results of the block shot. The ball became wedged in the backboard, which by rule is a jump ball. That was correctly judged. So, shout out for the transparency, though, and being like,
yeah, being open and honest. They are human. They make mistakes, and especially in an NBA game, that's point difference. That's difficult for anyone. We judge the refs, obviously, and when you're rooting for a certain team, you want a certain call. But at the end of the day, they have a very difficult job, and they're watching the game just as we're watching it.
The timeouts remaining.
And they had to watch not only the ball, but everything. So I don't think I would ever be a ref in any situation. I feel like that's a very difficult job, especially in the NBA when stakes are very high for a lot of these teams, a lot of these players. There's a lot. And I wouldn't.
I mean, I'm looking at it now, bro. I'm rewatching it. And y'all can see it too on the screen. But we got you think about a fan, we got kind of like a bird's eye view. Of course, that was like a foul.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm so wondering if
it's also like
play though, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if he had used that
like,
challenge or not.
You know what I'm saying? NBA has something like that. One, it could, but if they confine it to like an NFL does, if it's last 2 minutes, they initiate the review. Maybe something like that could work. I don't know. But controversial call. But I'm an OKC fan. And as an OKC fan, I support Russell Westbrook.
Oh my God!
So I'm not hating that the Clippers won, but I also admit that they got called.
Fair. Yeah. Yeah. Fair play. It's kind of, it sucks that Philly wasn't able to get that call at the end of the game in their home arena, but it's what it is. And but still, shout out to Philly for fighting through, playing a very difficult matchup as far as like the Clippers and playing without Joel right now. Still doing fairly decent. Yeah, take it to the next game. Use that anger, use that passion, and go off. Keep going deeper in the playoffs, bro. It sucks, man.
I don't know what they feel, but I don't want to guard KD.
Yeah, I know he's been. I saw his post game interview too. He's been. He apologized for his behavior. He said he tried to represent God, and obviously that wasn't it. But I'm not like tripping on it because it's part of the game. Of course, like you care about it, you're going to be not always happy with how things go, especially when they admit to the wrong. But keep fighting. Stick to it, bro. Shout out to Philly. I honestly I've been impressed with them this year with what they have battled through with Joel without him. So
yeah. I'm still on a 4-point play segment. Point number 3. This is MVP race, bro. It's heating up. It's really heating up. Who is your favorite to win MVP? And do you have they call it dark horse candidate to win?
Well, I'll give you my personal top 3 right now. I love what your boy's been doing. I always show love. OKC. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, bro, is one of the best players in the NBA right now.
So
unstoppable. Defensive prowess. He gets steals. He impacts the game in many ways. OKC has been great at home too. I think they're like 26-8 or something at the house. Maybe more than that, but I love what Shai has been able to do, and coming from,
we are 28.
I want to say playing 28-8. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I want to say like play-in last year to number 3 seed, basically number 2 at this point. That's big, bro, and he's been unstoppable. He's clutch. I love what Shai is my favorite to me right now. Now I'm gonna go to the obvious. Jokic, bro. Like, machine. Like, I watch this dude play basketball, and I'm like, certain people, I thought about this the other day, bro. Like, even like growing up as a kid, playing basketball, playing on the team, and doing stuff like that. Certain dudes just are naturally able to play basketball. Like, I remember this kid named Roosevelt when I was playing in like junior high, middle school. Dude had a clip on him, like shooter, but he just didn't want to play for the team or anything like that. I'm like, you could easily play with us on the team, like easily. Like the dude was just, maybe I've seen him miss twice if in 2 years. And I'm like, dang, this dude can shoot, but he just doesn't play. Jokic is kind of like that same. He's in the NBA, but he doesn't. Obviously, we know he loves his horses and not being at work. And he just makes the game look so easy. Nuggets obviously just coming off the championship, and they're number 1 in the West. He is literally like can do whatever he wants. He can close his eyes, walking to the other side of the court, throw a no-look pass over his head, money, and there's an Aaron Gordon dunk. There's a Jamal Murray 3. Like, it's so easy for him that it's kind of like insane to see. So, and he's a triple double machine as well. Like these dudes make the game look so easy. So I gotta keep him in consideration. If I had to go with a dark horse MVP candidate, it's kind of tough because I like what Jason Tatum has been doing. I think he's been like very efficient, but I would go the route of, to me, like one of my favorite players right now, just with everything he does, bro, is highlight material. Anthony Edwards. Bro,
that was actually my pick for a dark horse.
I gotta give it up to the guy, man. He literally, we were like, what is going on in Minnesota last year? And they, didn't make it far into the playoffs, anything like that. They were low. They may have been playing, I can't remember, playing or 8 seed, basically.
Yeah, I remember that.
To number 2, without Cat, putting up the numbers he's putting up. We saw that crazy dunk a couple weeks ago. To me, you got to put him in the conversation at least. KG obviously has like been raving about him. He's calling him 84 MJ. I don't know about all that, but I love what he's been able to do. Like he's taking his game to the next level, and I got to give him his props, bro. The dude has just been a monster all season. Just improved his game, and his team has been reaping the benefits of it as well. So Anthony Edwards is in there for sure.
Not only that, and they had the first 50-plus season now. Since 04.
Yeah,
KG
since
won
KG.
MVP that year. So, like, hey.
20 years later, bro.
Yeah, they keep going.
That's crazy. Yeah.
To see another MVP in Minnesota, bro.
That's big. And Minnesota's owner is not going to fill the team. I don't know if you saw that, but
He was playing the 7?
Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah, I remember. You're right.
So the deadline, I think, passed yesterday, and you know what? That's a smart business decision with
how things are moving.
Going. Yeah. Let me keep this, make some money off of it, and keep this train going.
And remember, he's doing this without Cat. That's why I'm like, yo, he could still be a favorite though, for real, because he's without your running mate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the only thing about OKC, Shea, we got a lot of good pieces, but Shea got help. Cat is another core player that they're missing. So, and if they can continue, like I would personally probably put Anthony Edwards over Shea. Although I'm just being objective as a fan, of course I'm on Shea winning. So, and of course I agree with everything you said about Jokic, man. If he wins another time this year, bro, if Jokic wins again, we gotta revisit some stuff, man. You gotta revisit some stuff. I'm sorry. Like, there's big man, all time material. You gotta start talking about. So,
y'all heard it here.
And I confirm that. I'd say, listen, if he wins again, and he wins a chip again,
it's a big chance, though.
It's a big chance. It is a big chance because that team, they improved the club, bro. Nothing crazy, man.
It's easy. It's so easy for him, bro. That's what gets me, bro. Like I said, it's certain dudes
all the time. Despite what people may say about him physically, talking about he can't jump or whatever, he plays all the time.
That makes it more remarkable, bro. The fact that he has a 2-inch vertical, and he's killing everyone. Like you can't stop him. He's too big. He's super smart. He can do everything on the floor. He can play 1 through 5, and he's 7 foot, basically 300 pounds, with no athletic advantage over anyone. That's what makes him so crazy to see in person, or just as you watch him play. I'm like, how is he doing this? we looking at these athletic dudes or just athletic bigs in general. Like you mentioned, like a Karl Anthony Towns, and we'll just say Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert, and Joel. Like he's not outrunning and jumping those dudes, but he's outplaying them because he's just physically knows how to use his body, and his IQ is like something I've never seen before. Like my favorite thing in basketball, honestly, like as far as highlights, is the ability to make a pass. Like putting a pass on the money, bro. Like I watched this dude on the left wing backing a dude down, looking to the top of the key, right? Throws a behind the head, no look pass to Aaron Gordon in the middle of the paint for an easy layup. I'm like, how did you do that? I feel like the average person doesn't know how hard that is, because he put, not only that he just, you can obviously make a no look pass and it gets to the person, but to throw it so perfectly that all he had to do was catch it and lay it up. And he's 7 feet tall. You can't take the ball from him. Jokic is just ridiculous, bro. That's the only word I can give you. But he made.
It was last night. So like, KD dropped 30. Shout out to KD too. But we all know when the time comes, like, and the Nuggets are not sweating that top seed apparently, because they've been there before. And I feel like even if they don't get the number one seed, I'm still confident that they're strong. So I just wanted to mention that because I know some people might be like, "Hey, the Suns just beat them though," but I'm like, "Hey, you know who wasn't playing?" So just saying.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Very cool.
Y'all think y'all MVP. David is. Really not best candidate. For sure. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day too. They're like, Jalen Brunson should get some love too. The Knicks star, third seed. They're winning. So he's putting up the numbers. He's consistent. I was like, that's also a good point. But Anthony Edwards has a really, really good chance though.
Yeah.
Along with that, she and Jokic.
Yeah. You're right. I do want to give a quick shout out to Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, bro. The Nova Knicks, Villanova boys. Yeah. They're running over there without Randall recently with some injuries, and just their team in general has been hit with some injuries. But Jalen Brunson has become a superstar amongst many superstars, in one of the most recognizable places and brands in basketball. So I don't know if he'll get MVP, but
I don't think he'll get MVP either.
He should be in that.
He should be in
that conversation. Man. He's in the conversation for sure.
He should get some votes. Like somebody thought about voted too.
Yeah,
that's all we're saying.
Definitely.
Zay, we mentioned how LeBron has a new podcast out with JJ Redick, and in this podcast, they're talking about influence and impact on the game. So we want y'all to hear these comments, and we'll react to it and give our thoughts on it.
Since I've been watching the game, the most influence on the game, and obviously we know what Mike did for the game.
Sure.
But Steph and Allen Iverson are the two biggest influential guys in our game since I've been watching and covering it. One, they're 6'3", 6'4", if you want to.
Steph's not 6'4".
If you want to look on the back of a basketball card, you're always a lot taller on the back of the basketball card. Allen Iverson and Steph, they were just so relatable, and kids felt like they could be them. They were guys that was not always counted on. They were small in stature, and they just defined the odds. Those two are the two most influential when you say the game, how they changed the game, and the kids, and like, those are two guys that you just wanted to watch every single night.
I mean, LeBron made some good points. But what are your thoughts? Do you agree with LeBron? Who has been the most influential in the game? How it's played?
I think he has a very valid point. When you think about, especially today, 3-point line, and a lot of people will probably say it's not for the better of the game, but kids want to be Steph Curry, bro. My younger brother's favorite player is Steph Curry, and I think the thing that people don't realize is just like the amount of work that goes into what he's able to do. Same with Allen Iverson. To me, when I think about those two specifically, the 2000s, Allen Iverson was a specimen that we'd never seen. A dude that's 6 foot, maybe 170 pounds, and he literally was able to defy the game, like, amongst giants. And his style, his refusal to not like be put in a box and to, be original, be himself, be true to himself, that inspired many things that we see in today's league with style and just bringing your whole self to work. I feel like that's important in that aspect. Steph Curry changed the game with how offense is played in the league today. Like, literally, if you don't have 4 shooters on the floor at a time, it changes everything for the game. Like, you can't be like one-dimensional. You can't just be a big dude. You got to be able to like spot up, pick and pop type stuff. Everybody's shooting with the range now. Like, if you look at even like, I think in the clip with Tyrese Maxey, like, he's shooting the deep ball like from 30 feet, 32 feet, you know what I mean? Like, they definitely hold a lot of influence. I think from a basketball standpoint, LeBron is right, but I will mention that with the culture, like of just culture in general, Michael Jordan, obviously, everyone wants to be like Mike. Everyone wants Jordans. Everyone, when you go into the basket, you want to like stick your tongue out and stretch out and dunk. And everybody watches Space Jam. I don't think that you can deny that at all. But I think everyone knew that there's not really anyone who can be Michael Jordan besides Kobe. No one like really could like match what he's like been able to do on the court and like the style of play. So I put it that way. I feel like he's not wrong. From a basketball standpoint, those two to me change stuff for how the game like is played in like on the court, and the NBA off the court stuff for Allen Iverson, I think is very much like true.
Yeah. we were pulling up some old AI and Steph Curry highlights from back in the day. So imagine where they are now. What Steph is now from then is crazy.
Monster.
Ron had a really good point about their size and the inspiration they provide.
Yep.
And that has definitely caused differences in how people play. We've seen people just want to jack up shots now when you play ball, man.
Yeah.
So it does have an impact on the game, and like you said, maybe a lot of people don't see it in the most positive light. I have to agree, it's not the best right now, and we see that in how defenses are played as well, and some of the shot choices that are being taken nowadays. But shooting is an ability that you can learn. So, and Steph provides an inspiration for that. AI, you can learn to dribble and handle. You know, I think that's one of the reasons why they're so inspirational, because other athletes, for example, like LeBron, he's physical, you know, and not everyone's blessed to be as physical as LeBron. You know, you do all you want, but you can't get like that. You know what I'm saying? So, when I think of impact too, I want to mention some other players that I'm going to talk about. I think about players that literally had changed the rules for, like a Shaq or a Will. You know what I'm saying? Like guys like that, they're so dominant. You had to change the game.
True.
So I just want to shout them out. And you mentioned Jordan, of course, and his impact. Magic had an impact on the game. There's a lot of players and legacies that have had an impact on this game, but the most influential, how the game is right now, I tend to agree with LeBron. What you said. How the game is right now, and how people are playing.
Yeah.
So
I think it's very prevalent with how the game is today. And there's, like I said, there is good to it, but I feel like the bad thing is that we live in the age of instant everything. You got social media clips and TikTok where they show you Steph going for 13 threes, shooting from 40 feet away. But what they don't see is that, all right, Steph has a transition that he does. He's shooting 100 layups, right? Then he's doing 200 mid-range shots. Then he's doing 500 free throws. Then he gets to the three-point line. But all that you see in today's age is like, especially with young kids, and like I said, TikTok and social media stuff like that, you just see the NBA game. You don't see like the work, the practice, what it means to like get to where he is. Like Steph, especially if you look at like even the highlights he played, Steph in his early career wasn't shooting 8 threes a game, because at that point that wasn't normal. Even think about it, like the greatest three-point shooters, Steph, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, they didn't start off shooting more than what 4 or 5 threes a game, probably less than that. But they started off shooting mid-range shots, and they play within the offense. But now the game has changed, and you have guys like Steph, and Steph's able to do what he does because he's done the work. And I hope that kids can like go into the archives, I guess, of YouTube and do like research, do diligence to be able to understand like how he got to where he is now, because you can't just like start off shooting at the three-point line. You got to build the strength, you got to build the memory, muscle memory, and you know, develop your mechanics so that you can eventually, like, and I don't think anyone's going to be able to do it like Steph, but become a true like shooter that way.
Yeah, and Steph had the support of Steve Kerr as well to do some of that stuff. Like you have to have a push the arrow, shoot the green light. Steve Kerr did that for Steph. So a lot of things lined up and aligned perfectly for Steph to be who he is today. And yeah, it definitely has an impact. So, who y'all think is the most influential? Y'all make sure y'all leave comments below and let us know.
Oh yeah, show us your age. We'll see what you think. We'll know how old you are when you tell us the answer.
Yeah, that's a good point. You definitely can. Time to transition to our last segment of the day, full court press. The theme is really focused on retirements, man. We want to just shout out these players and what they got going on.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Get to the end of the rainbow and still be recognized as great.
For sure. First up, we have the Minnesota Lynx retiring Nine Boys jerseys. And then on Nine Boy baller.
Oh yeah.
Well deserved. full court press and keep pushing into some of these as well. Keep pushing. The Magic retired Shaq's jersey, but down past that, still remember Pepper's getting a shot. They ain't show it on TV. That was funny. Oh man. Hit up. Otto Porter Jr. retired, and this happened a couple weeks ago. But Mark Steinmeier was actually in the finals. It's the same time. So, so full court press on retirements. Shout out to these players. What are your thoughts, man?
Oh yeah, shout out to everyone you just named. Obviously, some of the most talented players we've ever seen. Maya Moore, I loved her and Simone Augustus in Minnesota. Some of my favorite WNBA teams of all time. Maya Moore was just, to me, she had a game like, she was like a Melo times Jordan type of player. With her like moves and like just everything that she was doing, bro. So got a couple championships in Minnesota with the Lynx, and very much so well deserved. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her like journey after basketball, what she's been able to do with like prison reform and just all the charity work that she does. Very much well deserved. Shaq, obviously just goated to me. He drafted to the Magic and got them to the championship. Didn't quite get it done there, but did get to a championship with him. Just elite. You see some of his like young highlights. He was a dominant force from the beginning, and I think it's cool. I think the Magic, rightfully so, should retire his jersey, and I'm glad they gave him that recognition. Otto Porter Jr. was a kind of surprising one because I'm like, dang, he ain't been in the league that long, but I think he's been around for at least 10 years or so. Got him a championship, played well, had a great college career as well. Shout out to Otto Porter Jr. And Suns, shout out to y'all for recognizing one of my favorite all-time power forwards in Amar'e Stoudemire. Beast, dunking, like I remember that 7 seconds less era, 03, 04, well, like the early 2000s Suns, him and Steve Nash, monsters in the pick and roll. You did not want to see Amar'e Stoudemire roll to the basket, bro. He just had such a motor, and I'm glad that he got that recognition. Very much one of the most talented athletic dudes that I've ever seen, like on the court. So yeah, man, I'm happy to see that these players, these people are just getting that recognition in post-career, and I wish them well in their next endeavors.
And now, done with the full court press. Now it's time for the final switch. And as y'all know, March Madness is here, man. Right now, Sweet 16 going on, man. So y'all definitely check out some of these matchups. Remember, you catch them, a lot of them on Max. If you have it right now, Clemson and Arizona going at it. Clemson's it's halftime right now. Clemson, it's up 39-31. We'll see how that pans out. But yeah, man, this is around the time, like, if you have been closely following March Madness, this is around the time you want to get into it and really watch. So yeah, man, a lot of good potential matchups coming up here.
Absolutely, man. It's a great time for hoops. March is for hoops, for basketball, and exciting to see, man. And then, like you said, you got March Madness going on right now. Elite Eight, Final Four about to be rolling around a couple days. Then right after that, you got playoffs. It's that time of the year, bro. It's Hooper's dream. So
yeah, man.
Check it out, man.
For sure. Really interesting matchup today. You're gonna see Alabama's gonna play. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
On the women's side of things, we got a lot of interesting matchups. There was one matchup I was I think it was LSU, UCLA.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one. If y'all want to watch that one, that's gonna be on Saturday on ABC. So, didn't watch that one. ABC got a nice back-to-back. Colorado and Iowa, we right off going down too. But UCLA, LSU, wait, that's gonna be. But yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in to Swish Masters Podcast.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to catch us, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us, and stay tuned, man. We got a lot of stuff coming. A lot of hoops going on.
Just wanted to do something random for y'all. Like that content, we have another podcast called the Foot Podcast. We're touching the sports, we're touching fitness, culture, gaming, the world. So, you want to check that out? We appreciate that as well. The Foot Podcast on Tuesdays at this time as well. So, yeah, say, real though.
Most definitely. Oh, yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you for all the work you put in, dog.
Hey, got any shout outs you want to get to people? Got some new music.
Oh yeah, shout out to my guy Straight Stoner. If you haven't heard it already, go check it out. His new couple of singles out right now. Two sides, same card. Got a track produced by a boy called Whistles, and his other one. Damn, why I keep looking at this? I keep forgetting the name. Chopping. I can't keep forgetting. But yeah, Chopping goes hard, bro. He's chopping for real. That boy is cooking. Shout out to him. Go check it out.
Appreciate y'all. Go out there and got some basketball. And see y'all next week. Peace.